anybody.
We both jumped in at the same time. Just had to scramble to click admit. Oh dear, we're still doing Valentine's Day background?
Nope.
Not updating the settings in the downtime, I see.
No.
How you guys doing?
Doing all right. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm doing all right. Yeah. Any big news from you guys this week? Abdul, did you get closer to a car?
Yeah.
Do you have it?
It's in the backyard.
Okay, that's something. Do you drive it now?
I don't know. I got to register it next week.
Okay, but it's fixed?
Yeah.
Nice. Cool. All right. Good. So you'll be driving by like July at this rate?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Did you test drive it at all?
Yeah, it runs really well.
That's awesome. What did you say it was?
2002 Honda Civic.
Sick. Yeah, my friend had a 93 Civic for 7 years, I think. And he got it in like 2007 or something, and it just went all the way through. Like it was my friend Mark. He didn't have a new car, I think, until like 6 years ago, and he had that thing all through high school, and that just went. So I'm sure you'll be good. How many miles it got on it?
300,000.
It rolled over twice.
That's like near almost 200,000. It's been a while.
That's not too bad, man. Yeah. And you got it for what?
2,000.
That's good. Good for you.
Someone watching a game show or something?
Can you hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'll have to fix that. Misty's watching TV. She's watching New Girl, which is yes.
How would it turn it up?
That would be funny. We just shift completely from a video game podcast to just
a New Girl
idle
podcast.
chit chat with New Girl completely audible in the background, and we just get DMCA'd by YouTube every episode we upload because it's the entire audio track to Zoe Deschanel's New Girl. Damn. I've been struggling with what do you call it, gaming this week. I just did not anything that jumped out to me. I pushed my way through the rest of Halo 5, and I did I tell you guys I was trying to play Burnout Paradise Remastered?
No.
Did
that age poorly?
The remaster, like, it actually, like, the resolution and shit's like fine for my eyes, at least. I have no idea what it's rendering in. I'm not counting the fucking pixels, but it seems fine. It's just like, like clearly like the physics are from an Xbox. Like
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what did that come on? 360, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they remastered it not too long ago for the last gen. So it looks okay, but I don't know. It's not. It's just so empty. It's funny, like, because like they didn't add any more like assets in. So like you're in this like bustling paradise city, and there's just like 4 fucking cars for 3 miles. Like there's just nobody on the roads. It's so dumb.
Yeah.
It just looks like a post-apocalypse, but sunny. But then I found a great replacer. I don't know when it came on Game Pass, but it's called Wreckfest, and this is a much newer game. And it's like it's sort of like Burnout, but it's definitely more focused on like off-road racing and just straight up demolition derby type shit. And
I would have never guessed from the title.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's not like it's like super not arcadey either. Like you fully tune the cars, like the suspension, the shifting. You get like down to like your fucking like carburetor and like camshaft you can like customize and shit. So like it's not for me, like, because I'm not like a fucking, like, I've never been like a gearhead or anything stupid like that. But it not that anybody's stupid if They are. It's just it's dumb to me. But it's cool with like how involved it is because it's not like Burnout, where it's just like fucking jump, crash, rah.
Right, yeah.
It's definitely like racing and shit, and it's like it's fun. I mean, I'm not gonna get like a fucking racing wheel and shit just because of it, but that I ended up digging into that a bit, and it kind of scratched that Burnout itch. So, yeah. That's about it, though. Like I said, I'm struggling to find anything. Oh, I'm sorry. I did download and actually boot up A Plague Tale: Innocence, but I haven't really played it, so
Yeah.
I'll let you know on that. Maybe I won't. It's not exactly.
He talked about it on here before. Yeah,
he did, but I don't. I mean, like sometimes, like I definitely trust Abdul's opinion. But I mean, like every once in a while, it's worth it to just try something for yourself. So
yeah,
I didn't enjoy it. So
fair enough.
Yeah.
I've had a pretty good rotation of games this week.
Good.
Nice.
I bought Dark Souls Remastered.
How's
I don't know if
that?
I talked about that last week.
You did, yeah.
Yeah, but I've been like getting into it, and the game itself looks good still, kind of, but like it's just weird parts of the game that look like ultra shitty, like the textures on the wall and the ground are just like, ugh, like you guys did not remaster that at all. But other than that, like it plays really well still, and I'm actually surprised at how much I'm enjoying it. So I'm glad I like redived into that. And I've had a itch for like survival games again. So I started trying to play that game that you played from that free code, RJ, Stranded Deep.
Yes.
Or Deep Stranded, which is it?
Stranded Deep, yeah.
Stranded Deep. Dude, it's not good. It's just it's fucking terrible. And I tried. Like I was like, all right, I'll keep going. Maybe like it'll get better, it'll get cooler. No, it's just not a well done.
Yeah.
Maybe like I'm sure PC is fine because they can like fix stuff and alter stuff, but a console version of this game is awful.
Yeah, it just screamed like, oh, this is like a fucking early access game to me the entire time. Like I was like, this is not like a finished product. Like I get what they were doing, but no part of it was like fun, and it didn't have any like guiding or anything. Like it just, I definitely should have given you the code, but I didn't even really know what kind of game it was. The PR people were not great at fucking communicating that. I mean, they said survival game, so I guess really it is my fault. But like they didn't.
It's not a well done one. It's probably one of the worst ones I've played. Like it's just like because I played that game, The Forest, which that game had its flaws, but it was 20 times better than that game.
Are you gonna get the sequel?
Deep. The Forest, yeah, I'll play it. I mean, people are excited. I'm not excited for it, but I'll definitely play it. But so trying to get through like Stranded Deep. I finally gave up and like went to the store and see if I could find something else like it.
Uh-huh.
And there's just actually on sale right now was this game called Ancestors. I'm sure you've seen it or came across it.
The one with like the proto humans on the front of it.
Yes. It's called like Ancestors, a Humankind story or something like that.
Isn't like RTS
I heard of that.
or something or
no,
it's a survival game.
Oh, okay.
It's like you start off with so like there's like a tutorial that just jumps
like a
you
monkey?
in. You're a chimp, an ape, yeah. But like there's a tutorial where you start off with like a clan and they're just telling you like to do these story things to like get you a feel for the game. And then you can start a new mode where it's just like survival and you just start off as one ape and you have to like help like recruit other apes to join your clan, and
Okay.
like you pick up sticks and you have to figure out like how to make tools out of them and shit like that.
Just
It's a lot of
fucking
fun.
campaigning as a monkey. Just like
Yeah, but like you
join
can
my clan. We will have so many bugs on each other's backs to eat.
well, that's actually how you find mates. Is you have to
Yeah.
groom, and get like
Just
the
find the lousiest bitch you can and settle down.
yeah.
Is that how you do it?
Yep. Whoever's got the most little fucking nits in their fur, that's the one.
Yeah, I heard about it. Like I heard about that game because it was the guy who created Assassin's Creed, Patrice Désilets, created that game.
It's fun. I enjoy it a lot because you can like evolve and like go through time,
Mm-hmm.
like tens of thousands of years. So like I'm assuming eventually like you learn to stand upright and just like make better tools and shit like that. But I don't know like I don't know much about it. I'm still like learning how to play, but it's a lot of fun. I enjoy
Cool.
it.
Nice.
Sick.
It's I've been doing a lot of gaming this week. I
Why
got
you sound
stuck.
so sad about it?
That's how I usually talk.
Right. He's rightfully embarrassed.
Like, whatever.
He hosts a
And
gaming podcast and then he doesn't touch his PlayStation for 9 days.
It's all those dates he's having.
Ooh. That's a game, sort of. Those dating simulators are technically video games.
he started smiling and then he's smiling away.
I'm still smiling.
What's
Well,
what
yeah, why haven't
what
you
beautiful
played?
ladies are tearing you away from games?
No one. But why did you guys have to start it like that? It's just I could have just went after Justin.
I let you. I was letting you talk. I didn't say anything. I thought you were just gonna keep going and ignore me. Dead
No,
end.
I'm just kidding. There, I'm stuck on a puzzle, and it just got annoying, and with Little Nightmares too, and haven't been really playing. I've just been catching up on television shows.
Gotcha. All right. So Abdul will talk in the last 15 minutes. Because that's where that sits. Okay. Well, cool. I see no reason then to not just jump into news. Seems like a bit more of a somber day. We need
It's a
some
beautiful
juice.
Sunday.
It is really nice out. Have you guys seen how warm it's gonna be all week?
No.
Yeah.
I looked. It's gonna be like above 35, like every day. Occasionally in the
wow.
40s. Yeah. So it'd be real
Fucking
cool if we could just dip out of winter early.
Syracuse heat wave.
That's right. And be burning up. This 41 degree weather.
Get the vapors.
Mm-hmm. What really piqued my interest this week? Oh, they did BlizzCon shit. I mean, you guys don't really care about any of that, do you?
Nope.
Yeah, neither do I. I don't really give a fuck about World of Warcraft or any of that stuff anymore. And
What
I've never
about
really
that Nintendo Direct? I didn't hear anybody say anything.
I heard it
about
was
so-
trash.
Yeah, it was
the
disappointing.
I didn't even watch
stinky.
it. Did you watch it?
Yeah, it was just. It was nothing exciting.
Yeah, they like announced Splatoon 3 and that was it.
Yeah,
Like, I
Oh,
didn't.
I wasn't even excited. Yeah, who
Oh,
plays that?
Oh, I'm sorry. They did also announce an HD remaster of Skyward Sword, which
The one that everyone bitched about.
everyone hated. Yeah,
Yeah,
and now they're just gonna charge people $60 for it again.
unless the
It's
scalpers
fucking
get
wild. I mean, like that's where your attitude towards Nintendo, Justin, really makes a lot of sense because they're
it.
full on bastards with
Yeah.
software prices. Yeah, dude. Like I'm trying to like justify buying like any of these games, but fucking dude, Breath of the Wild was a launch title for Switch, and it still retails for $60 if it's not on one of like the couple of sales a year it gets.
Right, yeah.
Like, it's fucking insane.
Yeah.
The Pokemon games still are $60. and that game should have come out at $20. Like that's how much game is there.
Yeah.
It's crazy,
It's-
dude.
Yeah, it was just like a bunch of like 8-bit like RPGs, like old school Final Fantasy type games, and it's just like, where's all your money going?
Yeah.
To sucker
Um,
you fools.
That's really
I don't own a.
that's really like I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Some of the shit that I've played on my Switch has been like the height of like actual like home console gaming for me, but that is in like every 6 months or so. Like
Right.
it's really not the best investment. And I know like Mike was asking me about it because he like wanted to buy one, and I was like, that is the furthest thing from like your world, like being like a PC gamer and shit, and like playing all these
Well, like if you have a PC, like especially for like shit like Skyward Sword, I'm sure there's an emulator for like the original game.
Oh yeah, of course.
yeah. Well, I mean, like a lot of the older ones, I don't know if there's like a Wii U emulator.
There is. I think
Oh,
there
I'm
is.
sure there is.
There is.
Yeah.
I
The
know
thing-
there is for. I know Dolphin does Wii and GameCube, but I don't. I hadn't heard of a Wii U one.
I feel like as long as it's like,
I bet it sucks ass though. Those
I
things-
Skyward
I
Sword
think if
wasn't on
there's
Wii
like
U.
2 generations back, there's an emulator for it. Like if it's
I
if
agree.
there's a PS3, there's an emulator. You know.
Right. Did you say
Yeah.
Skyward Sword wasn't Wii U? Is it Wii?
It's Wii. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I was wrong about that then. Okay.
It's,
What was the?
There was 2 Zeldas on Wii then.
I guess
yeah,
so.
there
'cause
was
that,
Twilight Princess and
Yep.
Skyward Sword.
Oh,
Hmm.
okay. I played
I was wrong about that.
Twilight Princess. I think that was the last game I played on Wii ever.
Yeah. So I
I didn't
played.
finish it.
You just had enough.
It was fine. Like it wasn't. I was just every Zelda game I played after Ocarina of Time was just like I was just looking for that experience to be mimicked, and it never really was. You know.
I
agree.
tried Zelda a bunch of times, and I never actually finished one until Breath of the Wild because it's so different from all the other Zelda
Yeah,
games.
because it's not a Zelda game.
A lot of people say that. I mean, it's still a fucking 10 out of 10 game for me, dude. It was.
Oh, I'm sure it
sick.
is, but I think that game is like pretty polarizing just because it is such a it is a fun game generally people say,
Yeah.
but it's just
It's
not
vastly different. Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
It's just not Zelda.
It's
I feel like
I liked it.
I know you've seen this game Genshin Impact or Genshu Impact.
yeah. Yeah.
Dude, I
for
feel
that.
Genshin Impact. I hear it's just pretty much a Breath of the Wild clone.
That's the one I was
Everyone
hearing
says
about.
that. Yeah.
So I feel like
Okay.
somebody came to Nintendo with like this great engine and was like, and they didn't know what to do with it, so they were like, let's put some Zelda skins on it. Let's get rolling
Yeah.
here. So, but
Yeah.
And that Genshin is like Impact is like free to play, but there's like shit ton of microtransactions.
yeah.
I've heard Phoenix Rising, that new Ubisoft game that came out around launch window.
Oh, that looks
for-
verbatim.
I hear that's a clone too. Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like I heard it's very, very much like Breath of the Wild. I heard it's good though. So
Yeah.
maybe when it's at that Ubisoft price I'm willing to pay of $20.
Yeah.
That's still
that
too
bad
much.
boy up. Oh, get out of here, dude. Look, people like to shit on it, but the amount of fucking content they pack in those games, repetitive or not, I will defend the fact that those games are more than worth it at $20. Like that shit.
Not worth my time though.
I mean, like
Yeah.
that's fair. That it depends on what you're looking for, though. I mean, because like if
Yeah.
you're, if you're like not in, like I mean, like fucking Far Cry games, dude. Like I mean, like I'm so over the Far Cry games, but like they get me every time because they'll be like $10, and I'm like, all right.
Yeah. I feel like at this point I'll probably won't ever play another Assassin's Creed game. Cause like this one was kind of like cool. It was like sparkly at first. Then you just like rub off the glitter and it's just the same shit.
So I haven't
You could have
played
my copy.
I haven't played Origins or Odyssey, but I hadn't played an Assassin's Creed since 3, and all I saw was, like, oh yeah, they are just kind of doing the same shit over and over again. But like getting into it, that is altogether like a very decently made game. Yeah, it's like 80 hours and the story's like bullshit.
See, that's
But
the big problem I have with it, because like even if it were like $20, I still don't want to pay $20 for a game, or even $10 for a game that's gonna take me more than fucking 30 hours to like get through. That's just
I
too
guess,
much,
yeah.
man.
No, I
What?
agree. I mean, it's just about like what, I mean, because you would probably argue differently if it was more of a game that was like in line with the types of games you like. Do you know what I mean? Whereas
Yeah.
like Assassin's Creed, there's lots of reasons that you wouldn't like it. That the combat is like just so fucking nonsense. It is just like utter button mash, nothing, no skill involved whatsoever. The parrying is pointless. Like that, I know that's generally not in line with like, types of games you play. So like you're gonna find less enjoyment there than someone like me who doesn't. I mean, I don't really care about like how in depth or involved that kind of aspect is. And I like just, like trolling an open world for no reason sometimes. So I mean, I think they're making the best B games. I mean, or you could even argue C games in the business. Like it's like, they just churn them out. And the fact that they do it is like impressive from an objective standpoint because of, honestly, at the end of the day, how fucking polished they are. Even if they have a shitload of bugs and stuff at the end of it, with the amount of content in there, it's mind boggling how that game released and then how something like fucking Cyberpunk released. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
they're obvious. It's, I mean, you can say polished, but it's just like a factory just churning out
Yes.
like
Oh, of course.
the
Yeah.
same. It's like they've just gotten really fucking good at like
And just making
developing
annual
their
games. Yeah.
games. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Absolutely.
It's
They
like
have like a
it's
million employees. Of course they can. I get that.
yeah.
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 So, yeah, you're right about like the type of game, but it's not necessarily, it's not even the combat. Like the combat in those games is like fine, like it's fun,
Oh yeah, I just
but
picked that because
it's
I know that's something that generally
so like
you're discerning about.
what Assassin's Creed does that I just they stack these collectibles that they just put, you end up climbing these buildings and looking at these viewpoints for what reason? It doesn't matter the reason.
Right.
It's just like you just get sick of, I won't, not you. I just get sick of that shit. But
I
see,
do.
like a game like Ghost of Tsushima, for instance, it's like you're going to these spots. You don't have to do them all, but you're going to it because it's gonna give you something. Like it's
Yeah.
like not even just like a small thing to
Like extra
progress
resolve
your,
or like
So that
right. It's like, go ahead.
oh, I was say that I would argue that falls more in line than with your gaming philosophy because you're taking more of a completionist approach to it, which I for the first 20 hours I was every time something popped up I was going to it. Then I realized like once you start seeing all the dots in the map, you're like, this is fucking impossible. Like it's not worth it. So I just did the shit I wanted to do. And honestly, you can like now they give you the feature, you can turn off a shitload of things that'll only pop up if you're like right in front of it. And that made things so much better because I wasn't like seeing something going, I kind of have to, go and get it because it's how they fucking design it is to like keep you sucked in. They want you to like feel that little like urge to just always be going to the next of these tiny little things that the only gameplay is riding a fucking horse for 8 minutes to get to. Whereas it actually
that's a
has
lot
a
of
lot of
time.
like, dude, it's crazy. The world is too big. It's too big. Like I abused the shit out of the fast travel and thank God for the new systems because it took like 6 seconds. So that's the only reason I think I actually finished it is because I didn't have to sit through fucking god awful load times. I can't imagine that fucking game on PS4. That would be insane. Like, but I
Yeah,
just did the side quests and the main story, and I mean that was enough content for me. Honestly, I wish I didn't need a new game so bad because of the new systems. Because for $20 it would have been a fucking steal. But
yeah.
Yeah.
It just at this point it is like the point of my like gaming career where I just if I'm playing a game for 80 hours, I want it to be like fi- completely finished after
Yes.
80 hours, you know? Like I
Yeah,
don't want to fucking go through like side quests and like main story, be at 80 hours and then spend another 10 to 15 hours just like if
you
I
just
do
get
want to
the
finish it.
Right.
Cuz like that was what was great about Control. Like there was like so much extra shit that to do and I didn't like I got the platinum for it and I didn't have to touch any of that shit. It
Oh,
was just
nice.
like fucking main story. Like I did, I think half a DLC, whatever investigations was, because I don't think that was an original game, was it, Abdul?
no.
Yeah. See, like I did the investigations area,
Hmm.
and that was fine. But I deleted that shit as soon as I got that platinum. It's like
Yeah.
I
So
guess I just
got
fuck
what
don't.
I
off of my
needed.
hard drive.
I guess I just don't have like the patience for it anymore, you know. Like, cause
Yeah, I
even
just hate like.
go ahead.
Go ahead. No,
No, I
I
was gonna
just like
say
hate
even
like.
for
Damn.
I, I love this Zoom shit. No, I was just gonna say it's just like I want to go back to Demon Souls to like finish it, but I'm just having that problem of like just going back to a game after having beat it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Do you
That
guys
makes sense.
do you guys do like after you beat a game? Do you like go back and try like the story again or something?
Depends on the game.
Yeah, I
Um,
never do that.
I never do
there's
that either.
oh,
As soon
dude,
as I'm done, it's just like I'm over.
there's a
I
couple
already
games.
experienced it.
Especially if there's a new game plus. I always like new game plus because
Yeah,
I didn't.
I guess it does depend on New Game Plus.
Yeah.
I never do that.
The stupidest new game plus in the world, but also my favorite is God of War because uh after you beat the game, which the new game plus came out way later.
I was
So
about to say I don't remember there being a New Game
no.
Plus.
It was a much later update. But you know, like the progression system in that game is so organic. It's not really, you know, like in depth or involved with the armor systems and everything. It's very simple, but it's still very organic in the way like I didn't even know that was gonna exist. You know what I mean? It just
Right.
kind of
Yeah,
like sprouted up and you know, you work your way towards different armor sets or whatever. Um, so by the time you're done with the game, you have a very different fucking looking character than you did in the beginning. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And because it's so cinematic, you know, like it is so jarring when it opens up to the main like screen again and it's just that tree and then this giant golden axe just strikes
Yeah.
this fully fucking smithed axe and then he's just full on in like gold and like fucking
Yeah.
fucking gem armor.
Like see like okay, that's a like perfect example of like what I was talking about with a game like Assassin's Creed where it's like that game like I don't know if you did everything that you could like the Valkyries and shit like that.
No, I tried one Valkyrie and I didn't even know they were there.
I did 3
So
of them.
yeah, I tried it and I was like, well, you know, I'm done with the rest of this. So I just put
Yeah,
it
but
down.
like it was like it was like fun extra shit to do, you know?
Yeah,
Oh, I could see
I
how it was. People talk about it to this day. I mean,
did you
Like I
platinum
did
that?
I don't know. I don't remember.
well, it's got a PS5 patch.
Yeah,
Get in there. Get in there and figure
may,
it out.
maybe.
Fight them Valkyries again.
I gotta see what that
Fuck
shit.
that dude.
They were
Those
hard.
bitches were hard as hell.
Yeah,
I was
it's
never
like
very
after
good at the combat. I don't think I found a flow
I was
ever.
That
really good
see
with
that's
like
that was
deflecting.
another one of those games where like it was like kind of Doom in that way of like just the flow. You have to get into the flow
Yeah,
and just kind of like
Yeah.
lock in.
no one to use Atreus and all that. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah, because I mean, well shit, so with Doom, I mean I that's a game that I did play back to back twice. Just like right after I finished it, I just went right back in and started it up again.
Yeah.
Um, and 10-minute warning, by the way.
already.
Good because I think my dog's either gonna shit all over the floor or kill herself if I don't pet her. I don't know what. She's crying. So Doom I did that with, and that is definitely a game where like I played it twice. So, I mean, like I had that game down pat. Like it was no problem just like zooming through nightmare levels and shit. And then I didn't play it. I downloaded it on my Xbox because it's on Game Pass. And I was finally like, I just need something to play. And I went in and I just started a new game on Nightmare. And holy fuck, after not playing it for that long, I
Yeah.
was like, I must be misremembering. There's no way I played this game on this difficulty.
It's so many fucking buttons and button combinations that
Dude,
if you
and
don't
then
play it, you just there's
Yeah.
no way to remember that shit.
and then they give you like 19 different mechanics that you have to like understand as it goes
Yeah.
on. You'll be like halfway through the game and they're like, now you have ice bombs. And you're like, what?
Yeah.
And it's like another button, and you're like, Jesus Christ! You have to have like fucking 4 hands to play that game.
But see, that's the thing. Like,
comfortably.
it's like, yeah, it's another button, but you have to hit a different button first to
Yep.
get to the ice bomb.
Yep.
While you're just trying not to like stop moving, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I love it.
It's the best rhythm shooter out there.
Yeah, that's a very good point. It's wild. I dig the shit out of it, and like I finally got back into the flow again. And was like, okay, now I remember why I enjoy this. And then, whatever fucking serotonin or whatever, and you just go. The other game.
Did you guys try the DLC for it?
No, I haven't yet. I honestly regret booting it up again because I'm really waiting on the next gen upgrade for it because it is so good at optimization, dude. That fucking game runs at 60 FPS on Switch.
Does it really? Wow.
Doom Eternal. Yeah.
Good for Nintendo.
No, dude, it's id. They just have crazy optimization.
Well, they need something.
They can have that game running with ray tracing at fucking 8K and 60 FPS. They can do 120 FPS at 4K. That game is stupid well optimized. They have like the best engine in the business.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's 60 on fucking Xbox One, the original one. It's nuts.
Oof.
Yeah. But I did that game, and then I did Last of Us back to back last year. I played Last of Us. I think I might have played it almost 3 times.
Did you ever try to survive like the permadeath mode?
No, I got to the point where I was like, I need to give this a rest before they did all those cool updates they did with like the different like filters and shit and like the cheat modes and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What's the permadeath?
If you die once, you're done.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm deleting it off my hard drive. I'm not going to do all that again.
Yeah. Well, so Doom does that, and the benefit there is that if you know where all the 1-ups are, you can get extra lives and they stack. So
okay.
I don't know how Last of Us does it, but
no, I think I've seen videos of like the first part where you throw the rope over the thing to climb it. This dude, like, he did that, and then like he got to the top and just like accidentally like walked back off, and it just like fucking you die, and at that point you just like I'm never doing this again, right? Like, why would you go through all of that?
Yeah,
like that's how Last of Us ended. Yeah, at least
because like there's so many parts where it's just like trip mines, and you just accidentally just walk over
that one area that's just like covered in it.
Yeah.
So it was like
yeah.
As soon as you walk by, it's like, oh, there's one right here. You take 2 steps, boom. Like, fuck you.
Yeah.
You know what I was bummed about was that, so in the first one, I never understood how you would like not use listening mode and play that game. That just like boggled my mind. I couldn't understand it. Because I think we talked about it a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I was like, what?
Yeah, I told you I didn't really use it.
Because you never knew it was there, yeah, right?
No, I knew it was there.
Oh, okay.
I just ignored it, I guess, for the most part.
Look at you.
I did that in Last of Us 2 because I thought I was like, I want like the best experience for this, but they didn't have the fucking grounded mode.
Right.
So they just had the, what was it? Survival.
Yeah, something like
Yeah,
that.
so I cranked everything up, but like I had to just like actively not use listening mode. And in that game, I don't know if it's just easier than the first one or what, but it's like you never need it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it doesn't really factor into the second one the same way as the first one, I feel. Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
I think that's a I mean, I think I just did it because to get to platinum, but
Mhm.
the first Last of Us I played through like 4 times.
Nice.
It's
Yeah,
because
me
like
too. Yeah.
each time they unlocked a new difficulty, and it was like, all right, I got to
Oh
go through
no.
this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you just played it on easy 4 times. That's cool too. It was a really good game. I can understand that.
I love you, Justin. I love you.
I did. I love the second one so much. I mean, like that's honestly the primary reason. If they announced a 60 FPS like remastered version out of the gate, I would have fought a lot harder to do PlayStation
Yeah.
instead of Xbox. But
Have
wait.
they talked about
There's rumors.
next
You know.
gen update?
Oh,
For
are
it?
they still working on
I think
the
that's what's gonna
multiplayer?
happen. I think they're gonna do. I think the backlash for selling it again as a standalone game like they did with the first one is too great. So I think the upgrade will be free, but I bet the multiplayer is going to be a paid game. And then you'll get the upgrade or whatever. And it'll
Do you get
come
the board
with
game for free?
the board game. Oh, right, they did a board game. Oh yeah, like
Did the
Outbreak Day
board
or some
game?
shit. They
It didn't
announced it.
come out yet, did it?
No, I don't think so.
Right.
Yeah, the according to the Last of Us 2 subreddit, Neil Druckmann is too busy being a greedy Jew and raping his actresses. So the board game has been delayed because of that.
Oh, okay, that makes
Yeah.
sense.
Oh, he's trying to film another sex scene for the board game.
Yeah, where he's gonna mocap it with Laura Bailey. That's
Yeah.
you know that's
No,
an
yeah.
actual thing they believe, right?
Except like he's Abby.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God.
Wait. Did they actually believe that?
They believe that he forced himself into it so that he could mocap the sex scenes. Yeah.
Stuff
Wow.
people would make up.
Dude, that's the thing I don't get. Like, how dare you? Like, that man wrote one of the best games ever. The game that you guys are claiming was ruined, that you love so much, is the responsibility of the same guy that you are saying is a complete piece of shit. It boggles my mind.
You can't wrap around these. I don't even. What?
It's
Doesn't
a
make
different,
any sense.
It's just a different side of the aisle of outrage culture. Extremes
No, it's
on
not
both
even.
ends.
It's just retarded.
It is, but so is outrage culture as a whole.
But true. Yeah.
You know. All right, well, we got to wrap up, and I for sure got to do something with this dog. So we'll be back in 5.
Peace.
Bye.
Later. Like I've been really close a couple times to just upgrading Zoom because this shit annihilates our flow.
Yeah.
I
Isn't
don't mind paying.
yeah? I don't either. How
Well,
much is it? Because I heard it's pretty expensive.
I think it's like $15 a month, which is
Uh,
crazy. Like
yeah.
that's a whole ass HBO Max subscription.
Sure is.
And Abdul couldn't even afford that for months. So what? I can't ask that of him. No, I mean,
I'm really getting it today, guys.
like, how do you find a real estate agent?
They kind of just set you up with one. Like once
really?
you so once you like go in and get a loan, and this fucking podcast has no meaning anymore. We say
Hey, it's gonna save some lives.
No, we'll bring it back around because I'm dying to talk about the Mortal Kombat trailer. But long story short, you go in either online or to a mortgage broker. Whenever you guys are looking, let me know because
Definitely.
Yeah, I was talking to you.
you literally asked for that.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah, I
RJ,
know. Yeah.
please shit on me right now.
He's like, just putting up the pins.
Well, I knew
Eagerly.
you were talking about me, so
I know. I'm teasing.
me too.
So whenever you're looking, let me know, because Common Fund Mortgage is the one you want to go through. They're local. There is also one out in Baldwinsville, but I've heard things about that guy where he's kind of crazy, and you either love him or hate him. But
Yeah.
Common Fund is a little bit bigger of a company, and they have like 10 different people, and they'll just bam get everything through. You put in for it, and they'll ask you all these questions. You give them all your documents, which is basically just like W-2s, pay stub, maybe sign something, and then they'll come back with a pre-approval letter that says, you can buy a house for this price at this much down, and a little bit of other jargon. They hand that to you, and that lets you walk into people's houses because they know you're serious. And then once you do that, usually they'll be like, do you have a realtor? Do you need a realtor? We know somebody. Everybody knows somebody.
Right.
So you can honestly call a realtor first. They'll hook you up with a mortgage broker. You know what I mean? And it all just is so incestuous. So,
right.
but it's fucking mind numbing, dude. I can't believe how fast everything moved in fucking 2 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
cool though.
It's crazy.
Well, congrats, man.
Thanks,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I might have to scrub some parts of this, but again, I don't know what I'm really worried about, but it would really suck if something happened because
Yeah,
of my
right.
Someone she
gaming
knows listens.
podcast that no one listens to somehow. Got back. Anyways, Mortal Kombat trailer.
You know what? Like
Stinky!
I that's why I didn't say shit. I was like, yeah, just let me know when you watch it, because I didn't want to, like, if either one of you were like really excited about it after seeing it, I didn't want to be like the dick.
Yeah, as soon as you said that, I was like,
Hey.
"Ooh, he's got some stuff brewing."
After watching it, I was like, oh, this is gonna be a bad movie.
Yeah.
It's gonna be bad.
Oh yeah.
Do you see how Reptile looks?
Yes.
Yeah, it looks
He
like a
looks
Oh.
fucking.
I gotta watch it on a bigger screen than my phone, I guess, because I missed that.
He looks like
Scooby Doo on his hind legs.
No, but fucking from the Amazing Spider-Man, like the Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, ew. Yeah.
He looked like the reptile, right? Or whatever. I can't even think of the fucking villain's
Lizard.
name.
Lizard.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Gecko man. Just another generic term for that type of animal.
It's Gex.
Yeah.
But he looked like Lizard. He looked exactly like the model that they used for Lizard in them. But yeah, it's just like,
he's ranged in the games though. He's kind of gone back and forth, right?
what do you mean?
In the games, hasn't he
Oh,
he's gone all the way from like straight up an animal to being like way more humanoid.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
gone back and forth. Honestly, I've never liked the more animal look. I like the kind of
No.
like blend of like him
Both.
being like, yeah, exactly. Like
Yeah.
kind of looking like one of the ninjas, but still having like a smaller lizard face instead of just like straight up lizard.
Right. Got like a Voldemort thing going on.
But it literally showed him being killed in the fucking trailer.
Yeah, I was like,
How
what
did
the
I miss
fuck?
this?
It's like it's actually Kano's intro in the trailer.
Oh,
It's showing
okay. Maybe
it's
I'll
showing-
see it or something.
it's showing Kano like ripping his fucking heart out, and
Oh.
it's like, all right, cool. So this character, one of my favorite Mortal Kombat characters, is gonna die in the movie. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Honestly, dude,
Well-
it does look like trash, but for the most part, I think they nailed the costumes a lot of the way. Like Sub-Zero looks sick, Scorpion looks sick.
The costume
Oh.
designs they're
Are
fine.
okay to me.
Yeah.
They take away from it as soon as they open their fucking mouth, because
Yes.
it's like,
Yeah.
all right, this kind of cool costume, and Scorpion is like, get over here.
underwhelming.
What just happened?
Sounds like he had something stuck in his throat. Like, get over here.
Yeah.
It was such a bad get over here.
It felt
Yeah.
like a YouTube fan make.
exactly.
Of that,
I
like-
thought that Mucinex monster was gonna come out his fucking throat. Just
Yeah.
like,
It was
Yeah.
really but honestly, like that montage of fatalities, the finish him line, That's all I need for that shit. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
it's cool. It's cool to see. Goro.
Literally, the only thing saving this film now is its R rating.
Yes.
That is the only thing I will go to the theater, or not even go to. We don't have to go to theaters anymore, which is fucking awesome. I'm gonna watch
we
this
don't even have
movie
to
because I
pay.
have Max already, which is why I'm gonna see it. But
Yep.
the only saving grace of it is gonna be graphic. Hopefully, you know.
It seems that way,
Some
dude. I mean,
titties.
fuck, dude. The fucking the he froze his blood and stabbed him with it. That's so Mortal Kombat.
Yeah.
That was all I fucking needed to be like, yeah, I'm gonna put my time in for this. Don't worry.
Yeah,
That's
like I
nice
was
seeing
gonna
Jack's
watch it,
arms get
but
ripped up.
if you had to pay in a theater to go see this, would you go see it?
Fuck no.
I probably would. Yeah.
You would? I
That's
wouldn't.
absolutely a theater movie. I mean, like for me, like that's one of those things where it's like, you know what I mean? You go because the movie is worth seeing regardless of its quality. To me, at least. Because like I'm just going for the fun of it, you know? Like I'm watching it for the fun of it.
I'll sit at home for the fun of it.
I mean,
oh damn.
Given the option like we are, of course,
Right.
You know what I mean?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like if this were a theatrical release only, I don't think I could justify a theater trip for it.
I can see that, I guess.
Because it's gonna be so fucking corny.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be corny as shit, and
it's a birthmark. What does that mean?
It's
gonna be something really dumb's gonna happen.
It's some sort of invitation. Shut the fuck up.
To
what? Kind of challenge.
That's never been a fucking in the Mortal Kombat lore of somebody being born with the fucking dragon symbol.
Yeah,
and being invited to the tournament. Like, what are you talking about? Why is Sonya there? Does she have one on her ass? What are you talking about?
Got a Mortal Kombat medallion tramp stamp.
But I'm gonna watch. It's gonna. I'm probably gonna get inebriated in some sort of way and just sit and enjoy that movie.
Inebriated, aka very fucking high.
Me too.
Yeah. Jill's just rolling with a bottle of OxyContin.
I
went into that like with the utmost optimism.
I wish I could see your face while watching it. It's just.
Well, you watched it on your phone. You said, RJ, right?
I'll have to watch it again on the TV.
Did you constantly have to keep fucking turning your brightness up because you thought it was your phone
I did.
fucking up?
Yes,
dude. What the? Why is it so goddamn dark?
All movies.
Like, what is that
dude.
shit?
Like they like nobody knows. Even games fuck it up. Nobody knows how to like properly calibrate like HDR. Every phone is like OLED now, and just none of the fucking sources properly calibrate that shit. So few media do. I mean, it's infuriating. Like that's why, like when it comes to actual gaming HDR, Xbox is still hit or miss, but when they're hit, they are fucking hit because they have that auto HDR shit.
Yeah,
it's all with the backwards compatibility team, which are like they're fucking wizards, dude. They're just in there, just probably snorting meth and drinking Red Bull and just fucking shotgun coding their way to just doing shit that's not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
Like, Dead Space 3 should not have fucking HDR. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
But they make it work. And when it works, it's fucking stellar. So it sucks.
Yeah.
You have certain games like Red Dead on release. It had like fake HDR that made the game look significantly worse. So even when you get an HDR TV, it's not going to fucking matter. Like, 40% of the time at minimum, because even Blu-rays fuck it up. Like it's utterly crazy that you have this like awesome technology that nobody uses right.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you ever noticed like Mandalorian, especially like the first season was like dark as shit. Like the entire time.
Parts of it were,
it's like I can't even fucking see what's happening. So like, and then it gets extra convoluted because like not only will like the source be fucked up with HDR, but like your TV might not even be able to do true HDR because you have to have a TV that gets like so much brighter than like a more budget TV can get. It's all bullshit. Just all marketing fucking nonsense. But
Yeah.
it is important down the line once things start to even out with it, because like Doom has incredible HDR. So when it works, it works.
Yeah.
I'm very stoked to try the 4K Blu-ray drive in this bad boy. I haven't
Yeah,
done
let me
that
know how
yet.
that looks.
Yeah,
Well,
definitely.
I did put it in there and listened. That people apparently are saying like that's like unbearably loud or whatever, but I didn't hear anything. Like I booted it up to the menu, but that was it. So we'll see. About to watch Vince Vaughn murder a bunch of people with his hands while looking super racist. I
Not
love that
one
movie.
N-word from him.
No, I don't. That's the weird thing is like they made him look Aryan, but I don't think he is. It's very bizarre.
He's selective Aryan.
Yeah,
He just beats Mexicans.
yeah. It's a strange movie, but I do like it. And then I couldn't get Dragged Across Concrete in 4K, so that'll have to wait to watch Mel Gibson be racist in 2160p. But someday. Are you guys any closer to doing a TV purchase? Or you just waiting on that stimulus for that?
I know. I'm just waiting for stimulus
Yeah,
/ tax money just to even
gotcha.
start looking into it for real. But I will. I will end up. I gotta see how, because I like the size of the TV we have now.
What do
It's
you got?
just enough. Dude, I don't know. She got it from. Oh, it's a Vizio.
Okay.
Yeah, and I like the size of this one, so I'm gonna probably like look into something this size. I just gotta. I want to say it's like 46 inches, but I can't really tell. Maybe it's a
Mhm.
50 inch.
Yeah, I got a 48, but it's not the TV you would have seen at my house. The one at my house when you were there was a 55.
Oh,
If that
okay.
gives you any context.
Yeah, like something around between like 45 and like 55. I'll be fine with.
Truthfully, so 55 is like probably like the upper limit of where it's like real good size, but also they stay reasonably cheap.
Yeah.
It's only once you get to like 65 that things like for some reason jump up and
Right.
shit.
Yeah.
And then like they'll even put you in like a different model bracket and stuff for certain TVs. So I would recommend, especially like, dude, some of those Rokus, I'm sorry, the TCL TVs. I had a TCL, it was my 55 inch, and it was a Roku TV. Those are like solid prices. So if you look at like the 6 series, you can probably get a 55 for like $400 or $500, and that has like HDR, VRR, and shit like that.
Yeah.
So
Now I'll
yeah,
Word.
definitely be looking into it.
really jump
Cut
feet
with the
first into
next couple of months.
nice. Get the full.
Did you guys do your taxes?
I did. I had to I had to go through. I couldn't get a 1099 from Funny Bone because I changed addresses and I didn't know who to call. So I was like, fuck it. I'm not gonna call some poor girl at the box office in Columbus.
All right.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So I just I went through my my phone recordings and looked at the location stamp and just counted all the shows from, and I just to be on the safe side, I counted New Year's Eve as 2020, even though technically it was all in
Right.
2019. I was unsure. So I added it all up, multiplied by 50, and then threw that on there. And I did more shows than I thought. That was a weird thing.
And that like 3 month span.
Yeah, like that's the
Yeah.
funny thing. Like I'm so far away from comedy now. I don't remember
Yeah.
any of
Dude,
it.
like that's what sucks about last year is dude, like starting off in January, I was literally club booked every fucking weekend.
Yeah, that's
And
when
I'm
you had the
just
one
like, yo,
in Michigan too, right?
yeah. I'm like, this is it. It's picking up. And then
Yeah.
it just fucking uppercutted us
Oh
all.
my
Like, god
god,
damn,
Yeah.
man.
it sucks so bad, dude. You had Greg
It's
Morton last year too, right?
I had Greg Morton 2 weekends in a month because I had him
Damn.
in Syracuse
Oh,
and then
that's
I
right. That's when you.
in Albany with Steve.
That's
So
awesome.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
yeah.
great.
Started off good,
Yep.
then fucking
Yeah, I was
fell
excited
apart.
for like what other shit Kenny was gonna have for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So anything cool, but
Oh
now,
well.
yep. Podcast that no one listens to. It's just as
Oh
good,
well.
guys.
We're not dying inside.
What do you guys think when? I mean, I don't know. My ballpark estimate now is always moving, but it seems like maybe like fall now once people are more vaccinated. You think you're just gonna
Yeah.
jump back in?
Honestly, it is hard to say.
Yeah,
It's after just not. I have you been trying to do Zoom shit? Because I kind of refuse.
I did.
No.
It's
I did
it's not
one.
for me.
I did one time, and I appreciated it for what it was, and then I also realized this doesn't because it's just other comics just hanging out. You know what I mean? Which is fine,
Right.
but it's like I do that with you guys. You know
Right.
what I mean? On a podcast where we can talk about other shit. You know, and
Yeah.
it's weird to just be on the spot
It
on a
just
fucking
takes away from like my favorite part of fucking comedy
yep,
is like performance. You know.
dude.
Yeah.
It
That's it.
takes the nuance away from like a lot of the shit. It's just not for me. I
Right,
can't
like
do it.
so when the money's good, it's good. Like
Right.
like that's always been the case. When it's good, but it's never something like, you can necessarily rely on because of the, the chaotic nature of it. So ultimately, for the longest time, what I was saying was like, I'm just doing it to get better. That was especially early on. And then as I got more jaded, it was a different story. But it feels like that way again, where it's just like, like the whole reason I do it is just because it's something that, I've worked hard on and that paid off in different ways. And I fucking enjoy the shit out of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Like that's probably, like I didn't make any illusions about when I was going to move to New York or anything. I didn't think I was going to fucking, pull a Steve and get a late night in under a year. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
Or anything like that. But the idea is I want to get as good as possible. And I mean, there's other avenues for that. So like, honestly, when it comes back, I just want to do it again because it's like, my fucking
It's
thing,
what.
I enjoy
Yeah.
doing it,
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when it comes back, I'm gonna dip back into it.
Yeah, I just like it's weird. I don't like I was always about like hitting mics, but now it's like I really don't see myself just immediately going to like 4 open mics a week again. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Especially
That's
here.
it's gonna
yeah,
be that's gonna be eased into for sure because it's like honestly like we were doing show like we always did shows, but like we were doing like 2 3 open mics a week if we could. That's gonna be kind of hard to go back to just like committing that time to just go to
yeah.
drive to Rochester for a whole entire night
It
for
feels
like
Yeah.
what
weird.
for what payoff, you know?
Right. Yeah, dude. I mean, I don't know. But
We
then it's like, how do we
we've
get the
gotten a
shows
lot of
back
our
then?
right. We've gotten a lot of our time back, which is kind of nice.
Yeah.
But like when it comes back, it's gonna be like, oh,
Like bye bye.
do
It's
I want to
so
do that
weird.
again? You
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Like, I
Because it,
I miss
it
it
was a
like
fucking
crazy.
second job. It was
it
a fucking
was
Yeah.
second
that
job, and
barely paid,
exactly. So
especially if you worked for
yes,
certain people.
exactly.
I don't even need to say anybody, and everybody has 5 names in their head right now.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Yeah.
Mike Peters. He was great at
Oh
that.
my God. Yeah. To
Yeah.
be clear, he was great at paying us.
Yeah.
Mike is incredible, and he's still doing it, dude. He's still doing Zoom shit. He's got that open mic down there. I'm not gonna say where because there's no way that shit's legal. But good for him. I haven't gotten the gumption. Now that you know what? Honestly, that might be the way to dive back in. Do you guys think you might want to do that sometime soon?
Oh
Go
yeah.
to Endicott.
Yeah.
Oh, I just said where.
Yeah. You didn't say the venue though.
Right,
I would
right,
hope they
yeah.
have more than one place that would have it in.
But yeah, I would do that.
Because we got 2 cars again, so I can just kind of do it on a Tuesday. But like even the idea of that is like mind breaking.
Yeah, I mean, once I get my second shot, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, like not
Yeah.
that I don't give a fuck, but I'll feel a lot more
Right.
So like, how much time do we have? Because I'm about to trail off again.
That's okay. Just do it.
We
I
went
can't tell.
we went out to dinner for the first time
Mm-hmm.
yet last night, and like we were already like fucking skeptical about it because it was yeah, it was just like a family dinner. And like it's just mind blowing that people just still don't give a fuck, man. Like if we weren't eating or like if I wasn't drinking anything, like I had my mask on because like the fucking
Yeah.
waitress is right there. So each time she came over, I'm
Yeah.
like leaning away from her, and it's just weird that she's just like she has a mask on. She's just like kind of just
All the
talking like
energy. Yeah.
yeah, it's
It's
fucking bizarre. I
so
don't like it,
uncomfortable.
man. I don't
Yeah.
Yeah.
like it at all.
I went to Tully's yesterday to grab lunch with my coworker, and it was just like people like it's just like COVID never happened. It's just like they're all just talking loud at each other. Like,
Yeah.
come on. And, like the waitress we had, she was all energy, pointing fingers, like, oh man, show me your vaccine card first.
As he like just went to Tully's with a coworker.
What?
Are you doing that often?
What? No, shut up.
I'm just what?
Well, I don't know. I don't know
He
what
just
you're getting at.
assumed you were making fun of him.
Yeah, I'm just asking a question. Like
No,
this is our first time going out in a while. That's what I
yeah,
was
this was
asking.
mine. Yeah,
Yeah.
this is my first time in a long time.
Yeah,
Last
we
time
had
I went to
a.
dinner was like October with my dad.
Yeah. When before that, I think the last time was when I went with you guys right before
We went to
it started
Tully's.
spiking again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
Yeah.
it was still nicer out, I think.
Okay,
That
so
was
that was a while ago.
that was yeah, that was the fun. That's coming up again, where everybody kind of just like collectively like chose to be like, no, it doesn't exist, just because the weather's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like no, it does. It just dies in the beautiful
yeah,
weather.
the UV rays.
Yeah, I don't know what it was, but everyone
Do,
kind of was just like,
do
fuck
you
it.
have an opportunity to get it, RJ? The vaccine? Like, is
I
your job
don't.
offering it or anything?
I'm gonna be bottom of the barrel.
Yeah.
Which is fine as long as everyone around me is vaccinated. I don't give a shit. Like we just went to, everybody in Misty's circle of friends from work is all vaccinated now. So we just went
Okay.
to one of their houses last night, and it's kind of like it's pretty normal just because I was the only one who wasn't. So
Right.
it's not like I can give it to them, and they're vaccinated. They can't exactly give it to me. I think there's still. It's
Well, I
probably
think
some
that's
kind of transmission thing that
I
could
was about
happen.
to say, I think the thing is, like, even when I get vaccinated, still got to be safe because I think you can still pass it even though you don't have it,
Right. Okay. Yeah,
So,
something
yeah.
like that. I thought I'd heard. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, so like this vaccination, it's
either,
it's just, yeah,
that sucks.
yeah. So yeah, it's just gonna be like if you're vaccinated, it's just that like extra layer of protection, but you just can't be out reckless because you can still fucking kill people,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fun times we're in.
Wild. I know. Ugh.
Yeah, I remember I was at a Soundgarden not too long ago.
Just to jump in real quick, I did get the 10-minute warning 3 minutes ago. So
Okay.
Yeah.
You were at Soundgarden?
Yeah, and there's this like there's like a sign that said mask like all the way on, no exceptions. And this guy had his mask like under his chin walking around. And like he gets his stuff when he goes to the counter, sign right in front of his fucking face. And like the guy's just like he goes like, "Oh, mask up." And the guy's just like, "Okay.
I got to dip out."
Okay.
We can do this again in a second if you want.
No, take care of business. You're a real estate agent?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, she's probably going to say the N-word. I'll see you guys later.
All right, see you.
Bye.
Oh, are we coming back or no?
We can just do chill even. Whatever you guys want to do.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Don't call anybody.